If you've ever been to a baby shower, wedding reception, or a birthday party, you were probably standing inside a business that made anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 in a single day. And the crazy part is that most people have no idea that this business even exists. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how event space owners make $10, $20, even $50,000 a month with a single venue. All right, let's jump into it. So how do venues actually make money? Well, there's several ways that we can kind of go about it, and we're gonna break down each and every one. So number one, we have the rental fee, right? This is essentially your dollar per unit of time, right? So if you charge per day, you charge per hour, you charge per minute, whatever the case may be, you charge per night, per session, however it is you want to do it. This is essentially your rental fee, right? This is the main thing that you sell as part of your venue. This is the main product that you sell as part of your service. So with that being said, that's just one way that venue owners usually make money. The second way that venue owners make money is my personal favorite, or decor packages, right? And the reason I love decor packages is because they are high ticket. So when it comes down to a decor package, yeah, you might be able to charge $1,000 for a standard night at your venue, but when it comes down to decor, rentals, add-ons, things of that nature, decor packages can typically command a much higher price point because you're essentially taking on more of the work, you're doing more of the service, you're taking a bigger piece of the pie when it comes down to that event. The next one we have is vendor partnerships. Now, I don't particularly love this one because it's not that much money, but vendor partnerships are cool where it's just kind of like, say for example, you recommend a caterer, you recommend a DJ, you recommend a balloon artist, you recommend a decorator, you recommend a car rental, whatever the case may be, you can turn around and get a piece of that. So instead of you taking on the overhead or you taking on that business where it's like, hey, now I'm going to be an in-house caterer, or I'm going to be an in-house decorator, or I'm going to be an in-house balloon artist, or whatever the case may be, you just farm it out and you take a percentage of that. None of the overhead, none of the fulfillment, none of the customer service. You just literally just take a fee just for the referral. And then last part about this is, of course, kind of going into that same vein of thought when it comes to vendor partnerships is, okay, just like with decor packages, you can take on more of the fee. Well, I can also take on like catering and bar packages. Catering and bar packages, obviously different. One's food, one's drink. Bar packages are probably a little bit easier to do than catering, just because once you get a liquor license, you can go ahead and sell it. Catering, you do need a food handler's license. Unless you need a food handler's license, you're gonna have to need like FDA approved and all the different things that come with that, especially if you are catering on premises. Obviously, if you are catering outside of premises and then just bringing it in, that's a little bit different, and that'll probably be easier to get away with. However, these are both great ways to kind of go ahead and just rack up those big tickets. Now, here's the big thing, right? Like most people try to hit these kind of numbers, these 10K to 50K a month with just the rental fee. And that's gonna be extremely difficult to do. Like I've been there, done that, tried to do it, whatever the case may be. Like it's very difficult to happen. The easiest way to get up to these 10K to 50K months, up to the point like when we did with BK Event Spaces where we did $150,000 a month, is these higher ticket packages like decor, like catering and bar. Like these are the easiest ways. And my personal favorite will always be decor packages, just because like you don't need any licenses, you don't need any special equipment, you literally just need creativity and some rental equipment and you can be up and running. So what would be like a real revenue example of this? What would be an actual breakdown, right? So let's take a look and kind of see how this would look, right? You have 12 weekend days in the month, right? So that's 4 Fridays, right? You have 4 Saturdays, and then you have 4 Sundays, right? I'm gonna walk through a couple different examples. Well, if you just do rental fee only, and let's just say you charge $1,000 a night, right? Well, that's $12,000, right? With a rental fee alone, okay? Now, say for example, you do decor packages, and because you were taking on more risk, because you're doing a lot more of the work, and because you're taking on essentially a bigger part of the service or a bigger part of the event, now what we're gonna go ahead and do is charge a lot more, right? So let's say we charge $4,000 for a decor package, right? Well, 4,000, there's 4 Fridays, right? That's 16,000 times 3 that's $48,000, right? Now, obviously not every single person is gonna do a decor package. You're gonna have a nice blend, a nice mix, but obviously there are strategies in terms of raising the percentage in terms of what you do decor packages. And I mean, even with BK Event Spaces, what we used to do is there came to a certain point where we wouldn't even take a rental fee package. We would only take decor packages. But you can see that's a huge jump, right? From $12,000 to $48,000 in cash collected from your venue simply by shifting from the rental fee alone just to decor packages. Now, this isn't even including catering and bar packages, this isn't including vendor partnerships. For example, I was planning a birthday party for my mom, and just a catering and bar package alone was like $12,000 for one night. So this stuff, anybody who says that there's no money in venues clearly has never, ever been a part of this, right? Has never even looked at this, never even tried to do this, right? So if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, this actually looks like a business that I can start, what we did is we put together a totally free guide that breaks down how to open up your event space business from scratch, right? It walks you through the funding, it walks you through the finding the space, it walks you through how to start getting bookings. So I put that in the description so you can check it out right after this video. Let's talk about the next way that venue owners actually increase their revenue. So diving a little bit deeper into this breakdown, we just kind of went through, we did a monthly breakdown in terms of exactly how things can quickly escalate from $10,000 to $50,000 a month. But let's break down upsells specifically, right? So maybe you're the type of person and you don't want to do a full package, right? I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to go ahead and be creative. I don't want to have to go ahead and negotiate, whatever the case may be. Cool, I get it. I hear you, right? What if we just do upsells, right? So when it comes down to upsells, the big difference between upsells versus packages is that you're selling a la carte. So what that basically looks like is you might have, so instead of decor packages, you might just have a throne rental or a backdrop rental or maybe like balloon installation. So you might even have like maybe like a photo booth or a 360 booth, right? Now, the key thing here that you have to understand is that this is a different level of service, so obviously it's going to command a different level of price. With packages, you are taking on the risk of, hey, look, listen, you pay me XYZ, I'm going to give you ABC, and that's tied to a certain outcome. So if I have a decor package, the person is essentially expecting that they're going to walk in and everything's going to be done. Versus upsells is you are just selling a la carte. Hey, you walk in, there's going to be a throne chair. Hey, you walk in, there's going to be a backdrop. Hey, you walk in, we're going to do a balloon installation for you. So with that being said, those things are just a la carte. There's one price. You might charge $150 for a throne chair, maybe $300 for a balloon garland or whatever the case may be. And that's upsells essentially. So now, what does it look like when it comes down to my booking strategy? Like, okay, cool, Brian, I understand the inclusions, but like, how do we actually go ahead and start strategizing to how I should book these things? So when it comes down to your booking strategy, typically, and now we have a whole big thing in Event Space Elites called Venue Scale Flow, where we basically break down everything that you want to focus on from 0 to 10K. And because there are very, very different unlocks at each level in every stage of the business, we talk about that in Event Space Elites. But the general rule of thumb to kind of look at is that number one, obviously your weekends come first. Everybody always talks about, oh, I want to book weekdays, and their weekends aren't even full, which is crazy to me, right? But essentially a general rule is that Saturdays should cover your overhead. Your Fridays and Sundays are your profit. That's like a general rule of thumb. And then when it comes down to weekdays, this should be your recurring bookings. So this is like, think churches, maybe a school after school session, maybe like a dance class, maybe like a fitness trainer. And a lot of times people overcomplicate these things, but they're actually very, very easy to get and very, very easy to achieve. All you gotta do is just cold outreach and message people and you'll get them. Like, I remember when I wanted to get a church, I literally just called every single church in my neighborhood and I offered them a deal, and I had like 2 people in like 30 days. Like, it's super, super simple. But that's essentially how event space owners are able to generate $10,000 to $50,000 a month with a single venue. And if you think, and like the people who literally are not touching these kind of numbers are just simply not doing this. So once you understand the revenue streams and how bookings actually work, the business becomes a lot simpler, right? So if you are interested about opening up your own venue, make sure you grab the free guide in the description. It breaks down the whole process step by step. And for those who are super serious about getting their venue up and running ASAP, there's going to be an option for you to book a call with us. And I just really hope to talk to you soon. Take care.